Okay, Ida, you are the head of the Bimira Bilingual School.
Yes.
And as far as I know, the facts are you started in 2012 with 3 children.
Yes.
And you're up now to about 150 children.
Yes.
You build up the whole school
Yes.
yourself with your own money.
Yes.
And with help from your husband and other people.
Yes, true.
And now you are on a cross point
Yeah.
to make the school bigger.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
And there is no money coming from the government. It is all a private situation.
Yeah. The
Okay.
school is completely a private situation. No money from the government because we have more children that the government can cater. Yeah. So the schools are not enough for the children. So the private sector also have to come in and develop more schools so that education will be available to all the children.
Yes, and that's why you started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And maybe you go into a brief description of the point where you're heading to.
Okay.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
My vision for this school is to take it to the next level of education, and that is to get more and more and more classrooms and make it much bigger. I'm only not looking for the size, but I'm also looking for quality. We are not much into how much children we have, but we are more into what we can deliver, and that is the best education system, whereas children will be comfortable. The environment also will be conducive enough for learning. Those are my visions for the school. The building also, I'm very particular. I want to get mostly technical skills because this is something we lack in this country.
And give examples of technical skills.
What I mean by technical skills is we have so many subjects that our children are taking, but they are only doing the theoretical part in most schools. They are not doing the technical parts. Like if you go to science, so many schools, 75% of the schools in the Gambia don't have science labs because they cannot afford it. You go to maybe computer labs, it's also very rare for you to see a complete computer lab with projectors and everything. You go to arts also, it's very rare for you to see arts labs. And children can only be happy and showcase their own talent if they do it and then you project it out and they see it. And also it helps when you have the lab and you are able to get internet access and they will be able to explore more of what is happening around the world. So those are my vision, to bring those labs in and then introduce it to the school so that children will explore more and they will do both the practical and the theory, so to get to know how and what they are looking for or searching for in their future.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And so far you are coming to certain points, like you have now the computers.
Yeah.
So you have internet.
Yeah.
So it is like already a quite qualitative good school.
Yeah.
In the Gambia.
Yes.
It is comparing to normal schools.
Yeah.
They are more practical.
Yeah.
The environment is taken into account.
Yeah.
They do theory. I find out that it's actually quite disciplined as well.
Yeah, those are the things that we emphasize on, and it's like the vision is coming to place because most of the important things are coming up now. We have the computer lab, we have the projectors, and we have there is a lot of disciplines and health issues also, because when you come to this kind of environment, the school is not big, so only discipline can put a lot of children together and maintain a healthy environment. So our biggest challenge right now is the building. That's why we want to focus only the building, because without the building we will not be able to bring the practical aspect of it.
Yes.
And I think that learning only on theory without practical, so many things are lacking, because people need to experience. As they say, experience is the best teacher. So it is coming up. As you can see, the buildings, everything is coming up. So I'm very happy and I'm very optimistic that it is going to be one of the best schools in the Gambia. Yeah. because we have already shown that within this short period of time.
Yes, that's really true.
Yeah.
And if you go into concrete the planning of this year, we spoke already when we walk around it, but maybe you can summarize it again. So what are you going to build now, and in what time? And we'll talk about the finances later, but in this can you say something about the program of the building the coming time?
Yeah, the program of the building will not be very long. So we are looking for next semester, like around in September, October. By the end of the next year, I'm pretty sure that the 2020, the buildings will be in place. Because right now we are almost going to be done with the four classrooms. So there will be another 4 more on top of that, so which is 8 classrooms, so which means that we completed all the classrooms. And then we come to the labs, and then the labs also, we will probably have about 4 to 5 labs. And this is the science lab, the IT labs, and then we get the arts and craft lab, and then we get the music lab. Children will be learning how to play music, instruments, and things like that. So all this will be in place by the end of 2020, because we are hard on it and work is in progress. We only have an off day on Sunday. Apart from that, the whole week, workers are here, teachers are here, work is going on. So everything is positive. So
yeah, I see. Even in the short time I'm here.
Yeah.
When I come here, this was not there.
Yeah.
This is built the last days.
Yeah, there are more than 15 workers on the ground right here.
Yeah.
Constructing. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Carpenters,
that is good
builders,
to see. Yeah.
people molding the blocks. Everybody is here. Yeah.
So that is the concrete plan.
Yeah.
And now if you widen, because I know you have really a vision on education in you say in the more
modern way.
Yeah, but I mean more than only the practical way. You have vision about education and development in the Gambia.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit about how you think. What are the problems in Gambia? How can you survive them? What is your vision behind education?
My vision behind education now is to improve the education system. Do what I can do as a citizen, and help whoever I can help, especially children, to have a better education that I have. I think that the education system is lacking so many things. Financially, is a big problem. Encouragement is a big problem. Reaching out to the children and families are also a big problem. The education system needs to be adjusted in the country. But like I always say, you cannot just fold your hand and sit and say, okay, and complain and complain. You do what you can do. So whoever meets you there, education or government or anybody comes and meet you there, then you continue and carry on. Because it's a struggle that it is our country, and it's we who should change the world. And we have to change the world by helping the children. And education is a fundamental area, whereas nowhere will be developed without it. So that's why I focus so much on education. I think the education should be rich. Children should learn, and they should use their hand, their brain, their mind. They should be independent to think, to move forward, not for us to direct them as robots, but to let them free and explore and do practical stuff. If you come to the education system in the Gambia, what really discourages me more is about everything is learning in the classroom. We only learn, we don't have access outside. We don't have access to do lots of practical. So it came up to the point that the layman think that education is just blackboard and exercise book, which is very wrong. And that is the system that is happening in the Gambia. If you go to government schools, you have a massive land, but the land is wasted. It's all barren. There is no green on it because they are not teaching the children. So there is laziness. Sometimes I don't know whether it's the encouragement of the government, because they have to encourage, pay teachers very well, encourage them, give them materials, for them also to be able to help these children, to show them the way. But I don't want that to happen here. I want to do my own part as a citizen and as human. I believe that I have a mission and a vision to fulfill, because it's not what you say but what you do. So my intention is to leave a very great legacy behind me, whereas anybody think about it, they will say, oh, she was a good person. She did this good, she did this good, she did this good. And then I will be proud, my soul will rest in peace, and my children will be proud of me. Because I think every citizen or every human being should think like that. We have to change the environment to be a better place for our children.